Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Let's go. I hope that mug bust your speakers. Oh my God. Energy. We are 2 days away from doggone kickoff, man. Y'all got to let me know how y'all feeling in the chat. Good to see everybody on the YouTube side. Good to see everybody on the TikTok side. Good to see everybody over there on Instagram, Facebook. I see y'all coming in, dragging in a little slow. But I see y'all pulling up, man. Roll Tide in the chat. What's good, everybody? I see you, Facebook. My big brother, Joshua, artist, checking in. What's up, man? What you and my sister got going on, disappearing off the face of the earth? Don't want to respond to text messages and stuff. It's football season. Where y'all at? This year number 2 for you, bro. This year number 2. It's time for you to amp up your fandom. You got to get into phase 4 of being an Alabama Crimson Tide fan, and we got you straight. You know, your family got you straight. What's up, Nay, over there on Facebook? What? Checking in on Facebook? You know it's real. Nay checking. Hey, Nay's berries and treats and foods and stuff that she be doing, man. Y'all better check her out, man. Tim is not playing in this Florida State game. Talking about Tim Keenan? Tim is not playing in the Florida State game. You talking about Tim Keenan? We here getting crunk. I already know, Josh. What up, Melvin? Good to see you in the chat, man. Roll Tide. Look, scroll up. Let me do a roll call. Let's start at the top. I see J. Cole done popped in at the bottom. I see you. I see you. I see you. I was just about, hey, y'all want to, you want me to tell you how I know? I'm gonna tell you what happened, and this is why I be telling y'all, don't be going to the message boards and stuff. All right, let me go to my page real quick. I'm gonna pull the Twitter feed up from our post-practice notes that I got from the conversation. That's what kind of took me so long to come live, y'all. I'm always on the phone. I got 2 or 3 people that I'm gonna contact every day after Bama practice and really get some perspective and insight on, and I appreciate them for taking that time out after every practice. So if y'all look at this tweet, before I get into it, and this is what I tweeted 16 minutes ago, right? This is, I don't know when y'all got the news or whatever, but this is per my conversation with my sources, and this is 16 minutes ago. I tweeted about this lineup that I saw on the field right here. Look at that line right there. 22, that's LT Overton, Jeremiah Beeman. Not that I saw on the field, but that was reported to me. 22, Jeremiah Beeman, LT Overton is 22, Jeremiah Beeman is 92. 25 is Stephen Boomer. Steve Bowler. Quay Russaw. Deontay Lawson, Nakai Hill Green, Damani Jackson was at corner, Cam Calhoun, Xavier Brown, Ray Hubbard, and Keon Sabb. They said today there was a lot of reps where you saw 25 really looking like he was meant for that spot. So, and you know he plays right there behind Tim Keenan. Steve Bowler plays behind Tim Keenan. So we're gonna get into that conversation. I'm gonna tell y'all about that conversation that I had and how it looks. We got to see that package a little bit during spring ball and fall camp because James Smith was out. So, and then I think though for that starting group right there with 25, I think it's gonna be 23 there. Jeremiah Beeman and James Smith on the interior of the defense. I love Tim Keenan, but those are two like different type of skill sets. Like when you talk about elite defensive linemen, you get your lateral speed. I mean, they hard to block. You can't block Jeremiah Beeman or James Smith with one person. Like you can't go head up one-on-one. You're gonna have to. It's gonna be exciting to see this defensive line go crazy this weekend. But I just wanted y'all to look at that, and that was 16 minutes ago from the time I posted it. So probably like 11:30, right as practice was ending. I was having these conversations, and this is what I was typing up as I was on the phone. And Mary J seen me come in late with my cup, so she knows a good conversation. And we're gonna talk. We're gonna go ahead and do our thing. So without further ado, man, again, thank y'all for being here. Roll call real quick. Zach, what's up, man? Roll Tide. Listen, I gotta play the old school beat for this roll call, man. It's time to get ready for the season. It's time to get ready for the season, Zach. And y'all remember when this mug used to come on right here? Yeah. When that mug come on right up, shoot. Y'all know it's time to go. Big homie tapping in on TikTok side with the gifts, man. Big homie, how many you dropped? 30 off rip. And that boy Big homie going crazy. Antonio tapping that screen. I see you, AAA. Nay in there tapping that screen. Come on, man. Bama Nation, Bama family, AAA family. Not just Bama AAA family, but AAA family in general. Thank y'all, man. Uncle Henry. So Lee gonna be on the field. You know it. He too good to be on the sideline. I knew they would find a way to get him out there. Hey, 5 is different. I talked with DJ. I talked with DJ. What it was it Saturday? When was the script? It was on a Saturday. Got to speak with DJ, man. That secondary, man, that's a confident group, man. And the wide receivers just as confident. So you know it's some good work being done in practice. I can't wait to see it unfold on the field. And I hope, and you only can hope that it's all, you know, to that NFL practice quality competition. You get what I'm saying? Like it used to be at Bama. You can only hope for that with the way that the skills, the personnel just on paper, what we have on roster is crazy talented. Second most talented roster. No, number one. Just pulled out the new composite rankings. The number one most talented roster in the nation. So now this season, with that reporting and that analytic data, right? Now the fans have something to whine about. Okay, we got the best roster in the nation. Why can't we? It happens, man. Just because you got the best roster don't mean you're gonna have the best game plan. Don't mean you're gonna have the best matchup, right? We gotta be realistic about this stuff. Shout out to Greg in the chat. Roll Tide, Greg Russell. Good to see you. Roll Tide, roll. Hey, Russell, you missing a wristband. Somebody get my brother a wristband. Darius, you been around here too long to not have a wristband. I don't care if you're a Georgia fan or not. You better get you a doggone wristband, bro. You AAA family, but you ain't got no wristband, dog. You betting on Georgia, you might have a little money to get you a wristband. Somebody tell him, get you a wristband. What's up, the other J? Roll Tide. Sully, what's good? Jason, what's good, man? Hey, Jason, Tevin in his mug, Jay in his mug. You already know we about to have some good combo. J. Cole in the chat. Tim Keenan, hit that like button, guys. Y'all heard what my brother said. What happened in TK? I don't know the particulars, man, but I'm gonna tell you what I was told. I'm gonna tell you what I was told once we jump into the show. Deborah, what's good, man? MJ, what's good, man? You still out there delivering them stinking packages? Let's go, man. Let's get into the show. I know y'all ready to talk football. Y'all want to know what happened with Tim Keenan. Let's get into it, man. Y'all ready? Somebody say it. Somebody gotta say it though. In one of the chats, man. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Somebody say it. First time. The moment I see it, we can jump into the conversation. Somebody say it. You gotta say it. It gotta be said. Mary J, when it pop up, you pop it up on the screen for me. I'm gonna just sip on my little cup till somebody say it. Somebody say it. Somebody gonna say it. Okay, there it is. Let's go.
You talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Oh, man. Hey, we had to bring it to the locker room, man. Hey, is it showing up backwards for y'all? It might just be me. Does it say the locker room above me? Does it say the locker room? Please tell me it do. Because it's showing up backwards on my end. Let me see. I don't have my junk mirror, do I? I hope not. Because it looks weird. And I think that's going to bother me visually. It ain't mirrored. Let me see. Hold up. Camera. Oh, it is mirrored. Let me get off the mirror setting on my end. Okay, we good. Now we looking straight. There you go. The locker room. Okay, right to left. It's on point. All right, well, what's up, right boy? Good to see you, right boy, over there on TikTok. Hey, if y'all like Warzone gaming, my boy be grinding. He be grinding. Appreciate the rose, man. Tap in, bro. I don't know if you who your college football team, right, boy? Right. And y'all know I'm country. I'm saying right. WRIGHTBOY. Not white. Okay. Don't do that. Do not do that. Y'all are silly today, man. I feel it in the chat. All right, let's go to my notes, man. Post-practice notes. Hey, right, boy, let me know who your college football team is, man. Let's go back to these notes, man. So, first thing that came up in the conversation today, post-practice, man. Another true freshman, and this is offensive. Another true freshman will have an opportunity to hear his name on the loudspeakers. And y'all know I like to do this in like a, not necessarily cryptic, but I'm not going to give you all of the food, right? You're going to have to get a few snacks before you get to the main meal, all right? Deontay Powell, appreciate the like on Facebook. And then I had my Uncle Henry hit the like and Nate hit the heart. Appreciate those reactions over there. If y'all on Instagram, y'all can tap some too. Ben, appreciate you. Ben Doc 24 for tapping in. But on the game, definitely. Yes, sir. An Ohio State fan. And on the game, he like to play with Texas. Got an Ohio State fan, chat. Oh yeah, we're gonna chill out today. We gotta save a little bit for psych. You think I'm gonna chill, man? Y'all crazy. Listen, we got a lot of energy. So Bama secondary though. Bama secondary is going to be elite. But what was the first thing I was talking about? Another true freshman will have an opportunity to hear his name on the loudspeakers this Saturday. So, you know, as you all know, in the running back room, we have Jam Miller out with the injury. He's going to be out till the Georgia game. And probably even then, probably won't be phased back into the rotation for another 2 weeks till he's at 100% ready to carry his normal load. By that time, man, I think we'll have a good enough rotation and a good enough rhythm with the running backs, whether they're more effective in the run game or effective in the pass game, extending the pass game, right? Either or both. I think by the time Jam Miller's back, these three guys, Daniel Hill, Richard Young, AK Deer, and I'm not missing Dre Washington. I think his specialty is going to be how he can carry the ball in veteran moments for this running back room early on. And unless he can improve in pass protection, he probably won't see as many reps as you expect a veteran guy like him to see. That's going to be the main thing. But these three right here, pass pro, AK Dare to be a true freshman. I don't even think Coach G would put him in those situations, but to know that he's preparing and he's making steps and strides towards being a more consistent pass protection, asset in pass protection from the running back position, that's great. But to hear that he's, in a lot of those sets where you're seeing Keelan Russell or Austin Mack taking those next group sets and he's the first back up, that's inspiring and that's good to see, because we know what Kevin Riley is bringing with his speed and quickness, but with the physicality standpoint, I think AK Deer, just off his size alone, brings a different style of change of pace. When you talk about it not needing to be a scat change of pace, but somebody that could really put their foot in the ground, get north and south vertical, and can extend a run play laterally, without being too overbearing or too pressing, right? Being patient in the run game. AK Deer showcased a lot of patience in the run in the second scrimmage with all the opportunities he had in that second scrimmage. So good to hear this about this running back room and their ability to contribute into the pass game, because we know the 3-3-5, they want to they're not going to load the box as much, right? And you don't want to just get so keen on just attacking them with the run game, keeping the ball on the ground. You still want them moving laterally and being able to go play action and have your running back leak out after the fake handoff or chip block consistently or pass pro after check out of a play action and jump in for pass pro, and what they call it stunt protection, right? You jump in there, you get that type of protection from you get some consistency and protection from guys like that. You're looking good. And so next note, Ty Simpson. I know everybody's excited about Ty Simpson. I am truly eager. I'm more anxious. I think I'm nervous because everything that I said he would be 2 years ago, I feel like it's going to happen this year. And it's been so much that's transpired since then with, a lot of the fan base's dislike for Jalen Milroe, that people have misconstrued a lot of my takes as if I don't believe Ty Simpson is the guy. I just always kept it in comparison from Ty Simpson to Jalen Milroe and what the team needed at that point. But for this year, this offensive scheme, Ryan Grubb's play calling style, the wide receivers we have available that fit that scheme perfectly. If you go back to last year, a lot of takes that I did last year concerning Alabama's wide receiver room and how it would phase into this offense, I talked about the explosive vertical threat ability. But when you don't have wide receivers that can read coverages good, you got like when you have the read the option routes where your receivers are key to read secondary's coverage, or they're getting keys like off the safety and guys are running the wrong routes. Your passing game, your passing philosophy doesn't look as effective or explosive. So now you come into year two, you got a quarterback that is on another level as far as dissecting defenses, reading defenses, breaking them down. Then you got a wide receiver group that's in year two. Majority of this group is in year two of learning this philosophy. And now you're learning to get not only from a standpoint of the offensive coordinator who was part of the building and the foundational building blocks of this philosophy, but now you're getting the guy that was in the booth last year. He's on the field talking to the quarterbacks. Nick Sheridan is now your quarterback coach, and he's your direct line of communication face to face, something that we begged for last season for Jalen Milroe to have on the sideline, right? You get that in Nick Sheridan with Ty Simpson, a smart quarterback already. You got the iPads, but then you got Jamarcus Shepard on the field, and you got your head coach who's a former wide receiver and the originator. You got all this on the field to interact with your players, and you got skill sets like Rico Scott, Isaiah Horton, Jeremy Bernard, Latia Brooks, Cole Adams, right? We're not even gonna mention Ryan Williams. I think his decoy ability. I think Ryan Williams has bought so much into being like a decoy for the first 4 to 5 weeks that the rest of the country is going to be surprised at how underutilized he's going to be. And being underutilized for Ryan Williams is, okay, 6 targets, 70 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 targets, 5 catches, 100 yards or 89, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like that's going to be considered underutilized for a guy like Ryan Williams when you're going to have other guys in that room, 6 catches, 70 yards, 4 catches, 85 yards, 8 catches, 11 catches for 110. I don't think you're going to see crazy numbers from wide receivers this year because of the depth of skill set and the way this quarterback wants to distribute the ball, and is going to have to distribute the ball for the deep passing threat to be effective. So Ty Simpson being locked in with this group of receiver, and this is a nasty 4 wide receiver set. This is something that I kind of play around with on NCAA. This exact grouping right here, and to see them repping together today, or being reported that they were repping together today. You're talking about Rico Scott, Isaiah Horton, Jeremy Bernard, and Latsier Brooks in a 4 wide set. That's a nasty. Come on, man. Talk to me. Let me jump to the comments real quick. Let me see what y'all saying on all the platforms. TikTok, what you talking about? TikTok ain't saying that. Instagram, what y'all talking about? Y'all quiet too? What y'all talking about over here on YouTube, man? A nasty wide receiver group, man. Right Boy Gaming tapping in on the YouTube side. Boy, I appreciate you for pulling up, man. Jason tapping that screen on TikTok. What we got, man? Smook is probably getting ready to talk about TK. Yeah, I'm about to in a second, man. But if y'all see my tweet right here, that next line, we're gonna get to the defense here. Last time we played FSU, it was good on good, and FSU only scored 7. Is this FSU better than that one? I don't think so. A reckoning. You know what? When you have reports like Ty Simpson being locked in, you gotta remember we was limited in our passing game with Jalen Hurts against Florida State that year. We was limited and still was able to do damage, right? Big plays, vertical threats. Man, I'm ready to see athletic Mac Jones, right? Athletic Mac Jones with Ride Out 2.0. And I'm talking about Tua's Ride Out crew, right? Tua's Ride Out crew. I know that front 4 get a lot. Let me bring that roster up. Somebody, Mary J, can you get us a link? One of my mods, can you get me a link to the 2017? Is it the 2017 roster? Give me a link to the Alabama 2018 roster. I think it was 2018 when Tua was his first year starting. I want y'all to look at that group of wide receivers. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen so y'all can see and just look at it in comparison to how much the passing game at Alabama has advanced since then, right? Or passing game in general since 2018 has advanced. Look at the number of attempts across the SEC since 2018. How much is going up? You're talking about going from averaging 27 across the conference to now you're seeing an average of 36, 37, 38. I think the number was 37.3 passes per game, pass attempts per game in the SEC last season. We almost looking like the Big 12 used to, right? Once we start hitting them 40s, it's going to get dangerous. We're going to be looking Pac-12ish. But next point of reference to talk about today. And y'all can check out these notes on Twitter. I always do this like the day of, maybe 10, 15 minutes before I go live. Y'all check it out. And at the same time, you'll be seeing a lot of the coaching interviews, the media releases happening at the same time, right? So for people that accuse me of, just watching interviews, I don't have, I'm live right now while they're getting posted or while they're finishing up. This is literally insider resources, all of that stuff that we use to stay connected. So 18 and 89 are the best receiving, and I can't spell, receiving tight ends in the room. I ain't say the best tight ends, but they are the best receiving tight ends in the room. Marshall Pritchett has shown up. I know Kenny was excited about Caleb Edwards and his development and him showing up at fall camp and making some spark, right? Getting his name recognized and showing that improvement, that those daily strides that you need to see from a incoming freshman. I think Marshall Pritchard's presence during spring, him showing up, being able to impact, get that evaluation during spring, and then to show his growth between spring and fall, that's where you see the trust earned with true freshmen with your coaching staff. When they're evaluated early in spring, they enroll early, and then they could come back and show improvement from where they left off at when the spring was over with up until, where they are now. If they could show some crazy improvement, and they may be third or fourth on your depth chart at their position, but they're performing and producing like the number 2 guy. Now you're going to find spots for them so you can keep everybody fresh. That's what this staff is going to do. Yep. So 18 to 89 is special. Now let's get to this personnel grouping, and then we'll talk about Tim Keenan, the Tim Keenan situation. 22, 92, 25, 4, 0. And I'm going to put 23 right there. I should have put 23 because they did say 23/25. I just put 25 because I was thinking about Steve Bowler. The fact that his name is even in this personnel grouping lets me know that that other side, that bandit position, and that defensive tackle position, the rotation there is going to be elite. And I'm going to talk about that. So you're looking at it right now. It may very well be Jeremiah Beeman at the nose and James Smith at defensive tackle, because you got those skill sets in those guys, big bodies that can play, a true 3 or 1, or what I say, 1-3, 2-0. You play anywhere between the anywhere between the interior of the guards, the tackles, and be effective in your pass rush and run gap discipline. Those are some elite defensive linemen, and you got guys behind them. Edric Hill is a name that we're going to see, and 94 is going to be disruptive. 11 coming off the edge at the bandit, 11 coming from, pressing the pocket from the interior. Jordan Renard, that's going to be crazy to watch, I'm telling y'all. But this personnel grouping right here looks like what you would want out there to start the game. Like I said, replace Bowler with James Smith. And I think we got a glimpse, or we got reporting of this personnel grouping being like the first group out. I'm excited, man. I just think right now with Alabama's defense, the depth on the defensive side, especially the defensive line, it's going to be hard to try to scheme against the rotational depth of this defensive line. It might look good first quarter, but adjustments, and we've seen Kane Womack, especially the second half of the season, and we're going to talk a little bit about that while I'm on this subject. The second half of the season, you saw his adjustments start to happen a lot more fluidly. And Deontay Lawson spoke on that in his interview, I believe it was yesterday, post-practice interview yesterday. He spoke on it about being, year 2 and coming into week 1 last year. They were still installing base calls for the defense, right? So when you show up week 1 and you're playing a undermanned or less talented Western Kentucky team, of course you're going to look great. Your defense, you're going to outman them. But then you start getting later in the season where you're playing Georgia, and Georgia's been on their development curve or their scheme for so many years under Mike Bobo, and they have this level of continuity and how things are done. They're in phase 3 and 4 of their offense, or plan C and D, however you want to look at it, of their offense, and we're kind of stuck at phase 1, 1.12, like that's why you saw the struggles against Georgia. That's why you saw the struggles against Vanderbilt, because there was no continuity and you really couldn't build on what you were installing without putting too much on the players. You saw when they tried to go to, fly on the fly type of adjustments, guys were just out of position. Well, this year, I don't think we have to worry about that in a veteran group like you see with this lineup. LT Overton is a veteran. James Smith is a veteran. Jeremiah Beeman is going into his second year. Quay Rusar is a veteran as a 3-year letterman, right? Deontay Lawson, Nakai Hill Green, these are veterans. Damani Jackson, Cam Calhoun, hey sweetie. Xavier Brown, he's a veteran, right? With his second year as a starter, true sophomore on the field. Bray Hubbard, same thing, 3rd year on campus. second year as played majority last season as a starter. And you got Keon Sav over top. This is a disciplined group, right? Like IQ wise, right there, that starting group right there, base formation. That's a disciplined group. We've seen these guys on film mixed in with guys that maybe not were executing their assignment at a high rate. And these guys would show up. Jeremiah Beeman did that all Michigan game last season. So talking about the interior defensive line rotation, Tim Keenan was reported as being limited in practice today. Not sure where the strain is, but I told you all there will be a reckoning coming along with this defensive line sooner or later. And unfortunate as it may be, I think divine timing is something that is so real when it comes to, you know, people who truly believe in that purpose. And if you all know Tim Keenan, and this may not be football related to y'all or relate to what's happening with his situation right now to y'all, but I'm speaking from a personal stance in having these conversations. Like, this is a young man that truly believes everything happens for a reason. And I told you all, I feel like our defensive line rotational depth will be the key to Alabama's success this season, right? The rotational depth. How else can you test and put your second, third, and fourth guy that's in that defensive tackle, or nose tackle rotation? How are you going to get them reps and still be able to cater to a healthy Tim Keenan and make it make sense to him? Now, with the injury and him being limited, you have no choice but to. And now he can see, okay, that's productive. We're developing there. I come back. Let me handle my 15 to 21 snaps a game. You're talking about going to a third of the snaps that you were just about running as a team defense last year. And you only need it for with your skill set and what you do in the run stopping game, what you do when is base formation and we need containment on the quarterback in the pass rush, the type of attention you demand. If you can do that 18 to 21 times for us in big matchups, that tells me that behind you, somebody else is doing the same thing. And that third person is just about doing the same thing. So that just speaks to the depth of the rotation here. Now, Tim Keenan could be, sitting out for practice and be overworked in the game. I don't think that's the case when you have James Smith, when you have Jeremiah Beeman, when you have Steve Bowler, when you have Edric Hill. Okay, so do not be worried about the fact that he's limited in practice. I think limited means, okay, let's protect a very valuable asset, a veteran asset on the line. Did the same thing with Deontay Lawson at the beginning during spring camp and then at the beginning of fall camp. Allow him to phase in the way he wanted to. Same thing with Jaden Roberts, same thing with Caden Proctor. A lot of veteran guys needing that to tend to small things, right? To nagging injuries so they could be 100%. And you got quality depth of talent in all these positions. So now let's develop them, put them in the fire. Ones-on-ones, it's been fortunate enough to be quality ones-on-ones type of situations for a lot of these replacements. So you see a development curve happening here. Fast one. What's up, DJ Graham? Good to see you in the chat. So the secondary, second team secondary is to me, and this is just coming from the type of reports that we was getting. To me, from the second scrimmage of spring ball, I think Coach Mo and Coach Jason Jones, I think they are very, very confident in what they have as far as the rotation in the secondary. And as always, y'all, this is all because maybe there's a lot of this evaluation is playing because of the familiarity that you have with wide receivers and DBs, going back and forth in practice week in and week out for the past, 18 or so practices. But I think the secondary rotation at all positions, even the dime package look, when you bring Dijon Lee on the field, I think when you go too deep and you're able to say, okay, I don't have to make many adjustments. Maybe one guy can't travel out of this group of corners that I have, but everybody else out of this 8-9-man corner room can travel. The 6 or 7 corners that we're truly going to play can travel. That's a strong skill set to be in possession of as a defensive coordinator, and it allows you to play a lot more free up front. So look for a lot of opportunities for second team guys in that secondary to be put in some big moments early against Florida State. I think you want to give Tommy Castellanos not just different looks with how you align, but personnel groupings on the field, because he hasn't seen any of these guys on film for real. A lot of his film and stuff that he's going to be able to break down is going to be from Xavier Brown, from Damani Jackson, from Bray Hubbard, from Keon Sabb. But when you got guys that can come off the bench and give you can put Cam Calhoun on your perimeter, right, on your boundary, and put Damani Jackson at your rover, nickel corner. You can bring Dijon Lee and be on the boundary. You got, big body situation where you want Dijon Lee to be Deuce Robinson, 6'5" against 6'6", right? Put the young guy on the big body, veteran. You trust him. You got over the top safety help with some veteran experience over top. If Sabb isn't the run support in those situations, those dime sets that you want, Dre Kirkpatrick and Bray Hubbard, Zay Mincy and Dre, Zay Mincy and Bray, like you got all these skill sets available. So I love what Alabama secondary is looking like. Now, cheetah package overload. Last thing, and then we're gonna get out of here. Cheetah package overload. I said this because when I was discussing this last week, and we don't have to pull up the depth chart again and do it. But last week when I was discussing the cheetah package with the community, right? We was talking about it in the chat, and I just kept looking at different personnel groupings that could make this a cheetah package, right? And I if you could just, like, somebody said in the chat the other day about the wide receivers. If you just turn around, let's put all of our edge rushers and bandit. Let's put our wolf personnel, bandit personnel, and D tackle, not nose tackle, defensive tackle personnel in the circle together. You're talking about, and I'm not naming positions, I'm just naming names in those position groups, right? Talking about LT Overton, Quay Russaw, Keon Keeley, James Smith, Jeremiah Beeman, Jordan Renard. Did I say Keon Keeley yet? Keon Keeley, Kelby Collins, Yazi Pierre, Deontay Lawson, Nakai Hill Green, Justin Jefferson, Justin Hill, Ja Latham. That's 11 names, right? To fill, that's the rotational guys. Like in the cheetah packers, I hope y'all understand, like, you have basically one defensive lineman in the middle, and then everything else around him is pass rush. The six that's around him in the box, in that 7-man box. Most of the time you see 7 in the box, unless they spread us out with 4 wide. Most time you're going to see 6 in the box, 1 shading. You're talking about the other 6 positions around him are literally go get the quarterback type skill sets. So just imagine, let's just close our eyes for a second, and I'm gonna stop the music so y'all can really close your, if you're driving, do not stop and close your eyes. If you're operating heavy machinery at work and listening to me, do not stop and close your eyes. What's up, Trill fan? Good to see you, man. Just good to see you. Hey, what's up, Jordan? I see y'all tapping in on Instagram, but close your eyes. Let's start in the center of this package, right? In this cheetah package. Let's go ahead and just put Ja Latham. We're going light here. We're going to put Ja he's going to shade the center. And then your 2 edges, right? Let's put Keon Keeley on one side. Let's put LT Overton on the other side. And then your stand-up wolf, let's put Yazi Pierre over there, right? So that's your technically your 4-man front. That look that you're going to get. Your guys that's going to walk down into the line of scrimmage and really shade the line of scrimmage and show blitz. Let's get Justin Jefferson and Quay Russaw right there in the middle of the defense, because these are positionless linebackers, and y'all see my eyes are closed because I can see both of them and their speed and their tackling, open field tackling ability, and their coverage ability, being able to get to the quarterback, use their pass rush skill sets to flood them out the pocket, contain them if you have QB drop, contain assignment, right? Let's look at that. And then those 2 in the middle. So we got, that's 6. Then you got your overhang guy. Let's keep Bray Hubbard on the field, because we know Bray Hubbard is probably the best box safety, box DB, run support DB on the roster. Let's put him there. And then you got your 4 best cover corners on the outside or in the secondary, aligned, with their proper alignment in man covers. Let's go Damani Jackson, Dijon Lee, Cam Calhoun, Xavier Brown. That's a formation I can see. And guess what you can still do out of that? You can still check out of it. Go to a 1 high 3 look or a 1 high 2 rover look. Like you can still roll into that. You can still roll into coverages with that personnel grouping. Because you got guys in the linebacker room that can cover at second and third level. Justin Jefferson is a downfield coverage linebacker. You definitely want to keep Quay Rousseau closer to the line of scrimmage, but he can get out and cover. Tight ends, running backs, he can be that for you. And you can still send 4 and get a solid pass rush with the personnel you got up front. Maybe not your best run stopping package, right? You're kind of light there, but talking about getting to the quarterback, that's what the cheated package is used for. So I can see a heavy, especially when we get teams down 2 possessions, I can see a heavy dose and rotation of that cheetah package being utilized. And you got different forms of it where you might take a linebacker off and bring in another DB like Dre Kirkpatrick, another box corner, another box safety. Or I would even go as far as saying this, Deshaun Jones being another box corner or box DB for that type of package. I could see it happening, man. So when you have those type of skill sets available, man, you can't help but be excited about what's happening on that defense. It's about to get crazy. Hey, Nay, yeah, I seen that the update finally, man. I'm seeing all the updates come out. So I wasn't reporting anything false or saying anything false. That personnel grouping definitely was a result of Tim Keenan. Whatever the injury is, he's limited in practice right now. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. As a matter of fact, I did just get an email. Let me check this and make sure this is and see if this is the official report coming from UA. Shout out to UA Athletics, man, for taking care of the Coach Smook Network. Yes, sir. Hey, and then we about to be done. We just hit our 45-minute mark. Look at that, Mary J. We on top of it today. Let's see. Oh no, that wasn't the email. That was something for the game this weekend. All right, let me see something. Yeah. Yeah, so he won't be full go. Like I said, limited in practice today. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I love this boy. Yep. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Okay. TK gonna be straight. Limited. Still gonna play. Tim Keenan is limited in practices, but he's still gonna play. That's the plan. You're not missing this game. You know what? And I keep telling y'all, man, this is God. I'm gonna say that. This is God. This is divine timing. And I think with everybody being on the same page, I don't think this hurts his draft stock. I still think he's a early day 2 guy with the skill sets that's coming out in this draft class with him. Tim Keenan has to go crazy to up his draft stock, but I think he's solid. Even last year coming out a early day 2 guy. I still think just because of what the NFL is going to be calling for out of his draft class, he falls to the second, maybe late in day 2. But he's a roster personnel at the next level. He don't have to prove much. I think his leadership ability is more important to this team. His leadership assets are more important to this team than what he can actually do on the field, because you have so much skill set development personnel developing behind. Shout out to the 89 in the chat on Twitter, man. Thank y'all for tapping in. What else we got, man? And then we about to close out. We got 2 minutes to close out. We got 51 in the chat on YouTube. Ooh, let me do something. Mary J, I done been at this whole show. And I hope if y'all tried to super chat and it didn't go through, let me know. My bad, y'all. Somebody wrote me the other day and said that they couldn't super chat. And I went back and seen that we didn't have our options turned on for super chatting. What happened to that 2 quarterback system? Bipolar said, what happened to the 2 quarterback system? I tell you what happened to it. It's still in play. Has the season started yet, Bipolar? And how's I'm only seeing that chat, that bit of a chat over there? Okay, we got it. We are without 3 starters. Wow, Brock. I like when Brock cry. I don't know what it is about Brock crying as a Bama fan that just does my soul so good. Yep. Exactly. Okay, now I see. Okay, it's just picking up now at the chat. It looked different over here on the dashboard, Mary J. I don't know why. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting like my ADHD acting up because everything seemed to update last night on all these platforms, all these things that we use. Bipolar is funny too. It got to be one of my trolls. We hit 25 likes. Oh snap, we did. We had 30 likes on the stream. Y'all turn it up one time for your big boy. For the AAA community, y'all did that. Y'all did that. We got 30 likes on the stream. I just got the channel, the dashboard update. That's what I'm saying, Mary J. I couldn't even see like the like count on this dashboard side back here. We had 31 likes on the stream. We had 31 likes on the stream. Continue to run it up. And again, post-practice report always done by yours truly. And I ain't trying to do it like nobody else, y'all. I don't care to be the team reporter that somebody else is already being, right? Right. I just want to be, I want to be authentic. I like having conversation style reporting, and I'm not going to do it like everybody else. I refuse to be a cheap replica of anybody else. And I think people are starting to see the value in that. And instead of becoming their own, they're trying to do what we do, literally the same way we doing it. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it for real. So with that being said, chat, I'm about to get up out of here, grab a little bit of lunchtime, right? And then we're going to be live on TikTok gaming. You know what? We need to set it up for YouTube because I really want to do the live game sim tomorrow on YouTube. But if not, you'll have to catch it on TikTok, and then we'll post the edited version on the Coach Smook Gaming channel and this channel here. So make sure y'all subscribe to the Coach Smook Gaming. Make sure you also subscribe to Smook Hines, or it should be at Coach Smook Reacts right now. Coach Smook Reacts. Make sure y'all subscribed over there. We're at 85 subscribers on that channel. We need to get 15 more so that we can start going live. I think we can go live on there already. I think we can go live. We just can't get, we're not monetized yet. So got to continue to grow this subscriber base. To make sure y'all subscribe though. Coach Smook Reacts, Coach Smook Gaming. Make sure you're following on all the platforms. Make sure you're all following on all the platforms at Coach Smook. That's where you're going to get all your Alabama coverage and content on YouTube. And then for all your creative content surrounding everything else is Sully, what you trying to do? We'll get it in today. For everything else, man, on the other platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you're going to see a variety of just content and things, just being a normal old Coach Smook. All right. So if y'all had a good time today, leave some comments in the chat. If you're watching this post live, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And if you want to become a member, man, just click the links. All the links to everything that you need to know about the Coach Smook Network is in our description on our main page here. And click the link tree link to get in and see all of the products we have available. We got our merch site is back up. The merch is back up. Put me in the game. We beg for likes. Ready to play. And what's the other one? Scoop Boogie. We got the Scoop Boogie shirts in there ready for y'all. So Hopefully y'all had a great time with y'all. Well, hopefully y'all had a great time with me because I had a great time with y'all. And remember, y'all, man, stay blessed out there. Stay prayed up. Keep God first. And when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Holler at a player and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Y'all be blessed. I'll catch y'all later on TikTok.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. Better go subscribe. You do roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll the tide.